Hey everyone. So in the last video I talked about 4 reasons why some Amazon drivers quit, and in this video I will talk about 5 reasons why I quit. Reason number 1 being that dogs. Sometimes people will be out there walking their dogs, in their neighborhood. No big deal when they can actually control their dogs. But when they can't control their dogs and they have a dog that's way too big for them and they physically can't at least control it, that's a problem for us because, well, I wouldn't want to be chased by a dog, possibly get bit. And like this guy on one of the chats, I remember he mentioned, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, I honestly forgot, but he was saying that he got chased into his van because this owner was walking his dog and he wasn't able to control it. He or she was not able to control the dog, and the dog just got loose from the owner's hands, from the leash, and the Amazon driver, he just went into the van. He got chased by the dog. Fortunately, nothing happened to that person, to that driver, but it's really not cool at all. And sometimes you got to be careful when you're going into the yards, front yards, backyards, wherever it is that a customer preferably wants their package delivered. And because you never know if a dog is going to pop out of nowhere. Like, I remember this one time at this house, I walked into a front yard, and the gate or the fence, well, both the gate and the fence, they weren't even that tall. They were maybe like 3 feet tall. But I walked in, and when I was halfway to the door, these 2 little dogs came out. It was like, say, about like two little chihuahuas. They weren't chihuahuas, but about that size. And they just came out of nowhere. I had no idea, but they just came out of nowhere, and I panicked and I just tripped and fell. So kind of dumb actually. Just tripped and fell. But I had no idea that they were even there. There was no sign. I don't know why they wouldn't at least put a sign up there, And I didn't see like any like dog bed or like a dog house that might indicate, that there's a dog or something here. There was none of that. So I just tripped and fell when I was trying to avoid the dogs. Because I could kick the dogs, but might get in trouble. I'm not saying kick a dog if you're working for Amazon and just this dog just pops out of nowhere, but you don't want to get bit. So either you run or try to defend yourself. But animal violence is not cool. So but I guess you just gotta make a quick call when you're in that moment. Anyways, yeah, you gotta be careful with the dogs. Reason number 2 would be that when it's really hot here in Cali, at least, like, it's hot, you'll probably get heat rashes. Can get uncomfortable if you're delivering packages all day, or if you get your heat rashes today and tomorrow you're gonna get them again, or they're gonna be bugging you all day because you got them, man. It takes time to heal sometimes. Well, it takes time in general. And then well, you might get it today, or you might continue to still have the heat rashes today, and then you take your days off, the heat rash is cool and heal, and then when you come back you're probably gonna get them again, or you gotta figure something out there so that you don't get heat rashes. And then there's also wet feet that can lead to, I think they call it bat fungi, but when you get your feet wet, and they get wet for too long, and then they smell and they kind of itch sometimes, or they turn red, and you want to scratch it, and that can be uncomfortable. You know, when you're delivering over at least 150 packages, or not 150 packages, but when you're doing at least 150 stops throughout the whole day, that can be kind of exhausting. Kind of exhausting and uncomfortable when you have heat rashes and feet fungi. I hope I'm using the right words. I hope you guys at least understand that, because, in case I'm not saying it correctly. But yeah, there's that. Reason number 3 would be that it can be, well, it is physically exhausting, like I had mentioned it already, but it takes time to get used to it, to build up that condition where you can deliver packages all day and not get as tired. And then, well, if you exercise or if you plan on working out, say after work or the next day, if you're not used to delivering so many packages, you might not even have enough energy to work out the next day. I know I wouldn't, because I'd be so tired. I'd be physically exhausted because I wasn't used to delivering so many packages that I really wouldn't have energy to work out, which I didn't like. I did not like that one bit, because I'll always try to put my workout, like I have to at least work out at least 2 times a week, even if it's just for maintenance, not really going for numbers or anything, but just to maintain. I always like to work out at least 2 times a week, if not more. But when you are first starting off, you're probably gonna be very tired, because you're not used to getting in and out of your van, walking to the door, or if you're delivering to apartment complexes, they can have a lot of buildings, and those buildings can take up time and a lot of energy if you are not used to that building yet. And if you're trying to work out, or if you're trying to do something after, you might be too tired, even the next day maybe, because that exhaustion just kind of goes on to the next day, because you're just so tired, you might not even want to do something. If you were planning on doing something, but if you got to do a couple things, and you still got to do it. But if you were planning on doing something, say with your family, wife, or your girl, or just something in general, it can be a little bit exhausting if you're not used to it yet. But of course, once you get used to it, you'll be alright. No biggie. And I would say reason number 4 would be the scheduling, which is honestly not that bad. If you're single, because typically you get a 4/10 schedule. The days might follow, like Monday through Thursday you work, then you have 3 days off, or you might get random days that you work, and you trying to plan something out. With a schedule like that, it is going to be kind of hard to plan something out. But if you don't really mind it, you work 4 days, 10 hours a week. Sorry, work 4 days a week, 10 hours a day, and you have 3 days off. But like I mentioned, the first couple of weeks you're probably going to be tired, might not have enough energy to do other activities that you wanted to do. But you have 2 days off, so you can do other things too. And so sometimes they'll offer you to be on standby, which means that if it's busy enough, or if it's more busy than they had anticipated, and if you're on standby, you might get called up last minute, and you can show up to do deliveries for that day. And if you're trying to clock in more hours, go for it. They're giving you the option. You want to make more money, go for it. But if not, you have 3 days, and if you do it, you still have 2 days. It's just not that bad. It's like working Monday to Friday, then you have Saturday and Sunday off. But in this case, well, maybe not Saturday and Sunday, or if you're lucky, you might have one of those days off. Everybody's different, so everybody's schedule is different. But typically you'll get a 4/10 schedule, which is pretty cool actually. And then reason I think I'm on number 5 now. Yeah, reason number 5 would be I quit mainly because I got my job offered back, driving a box truck. And I would much rather drive a box truck than a Amazon delivery van. It's just less stops, you're moving more. I just like driving the truck better than the Amazon van. I don't know, there's just something about driving a box truck, or just a truck in general, over the van. Then I just liked it better. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Give my video a thumbs up, hit that like if you found it informative, or if you think someone might find this video informative, or my past video. I would share, give it a thumbs up, and see you guys in the next video, where I give you my personal experience with Amazon, and if I recommend working for them or not. Alright guys and girls, see you in the next video.